Hello friends, happy Friday. We made it. I'm gonna go ahead and blot my skin. Sometimes if I do my pre-makeup routine kind of like earlier in the day, sometimes I'll get a little, I don't know, not greasy or shiny or anything, but just wanting to like blot, if that makes any sense at all. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys the shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all of the makeup here. And then I'll click show there. All right, gonna go ahead and just kind of blot while we wait for everyone to get here. So I am gonna show you guys how to alter your foundation shade without having to replace your entire foundation. So super excited for that. And then I'm gonna fix my chair. All right, and then we're gonna do a fun lippy and eye color and all of the fun stuff. So say hello, let me know where you're watching from. If you're new, say newbie in the comments and we'll get started. So first things first, I did want to remind you with the month coming to a close that one, everything lips is up to 20% off till just the end of the month. And two, any order, no matter the price, will receive a free sample of our collagen. So perfect time for you to try it. So any order this month gets the free collagen. April 1st, no more samples. So if you have not placed an order this month, at least get something like a lip liner or something so you can get the sample if you haven't tried the collagen yet. And if you have the collagen, you love the collagen, you will get a sample with every order this month. So perfect time to try the collagen that way. So first things first is we are going to do two different foundations. So this is how you can alter your color, or if you're in between shades, this is how you can kind of make sure it matches perfectly. So I wanted to at least do this tutorial semi-quickly this month before one of these products sells out, because it's constantly selling out. So the first thing that I'm going to introduce you to is the BB cream. The BB cream, oh, so sorry for your loss. The BB cream is going to be a tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to use it in the shade Bisque today, which is pretty close to my natural color. It's a little bit light for me, which is going to be perfect. So I wanted to, like I said, use this before it's gone because the BB cream sell out so fast. BB cream, like I said, is a tinted moisturizer, is a very sheer coverage, and it's very hydrating. So really, really great for dry skin, mature skin. You can use this all by itself, which I did the other day. You do always want to make sure to shake it up really well. And then I'm going to mix it with my Serum Plus foundation. So the Serum Plus foundation is the one that is 12-hour transfer proof, all day proof hold. It has sodium hyaluronate in it, so it's going to be extremely hydrating as well. It's going to be very full coverage. It's going to be very flawless. Your skin's literally going to look like a porcelain doll. I'm going to use it in one shade darker, which is the shade Islet today for my skin tone, but we're going to mix it together. So I'm going to show you how to lighten a foundation. Yes, collagen is so good for you. It makes your nails grow, like you said, makes your hair grow, makes your lashes grow, makes your pores smaller, makes your face tighter, helps with your gut health, can help with weight loss, helps with psoriasis, eczema, rosacea. I could go on. Collagen, crucial. Definitely make sure you're using. So you are going to want this brush to do this application. So you're going to want this right here, which is called the Kabuki brush. It just applies everything beautifully. So first things first is I'm going to go in with my BB cream and I'm going to apply a little bit on top of my brush. Now you guys know I normally apply this straight to the face. So this is going to be important to apply right to the brush when you're mixing colors. So we're going to go ahead and open our Serum Plus foundation and we're going to do a couple little drops right there on top. Okay, so you want to do the light color first. Light color first, darker color on top. And then we're going to go in and press this on just like so. Now, the reason that we did it in this way is because this is going to mix it better than if you were to put some on your skin and then layer it. Because the first color that goes on the skin is going to be the prominent color. So another reason that you guys are going to love doing it this way is you're getting the mixture. You're getting a tinted, hydrating coverage, and you're getting a flawless porcelain doll full coverage. So you're getting that mixture. So I always tell this story. I found this routine from my mom actually, who is 61 years young. And when I first started using this brand, she was a huge tomboy growing up, as was I, because my mom was probably. And so she learned to put on makeup along with me. So back in the day, we had another serum foundation and she started using it and she was like, it's too full of coverage for me and it's really drying on me. I'm not a huge fan. So I got her the BB cream to try out and she was like, it's too sheer of coverage and it's really, really hydrating. Like it's too moisturizing. So she actually mixed the two together and put it on. And she came over later that day and I was like, your makeup looks so good. What are you wearing? And she was like, oh, I'm wearing both. I'm like, Mom, you're wearing both? And she was like, yes. I was like, okay, so I tried it and I instantly fell in love with the coverage because it's hydrating and it's full coverage and it was perfect at lightening my foundation just ever so slightly. As you can see, the shade Islet is too dark for me to wear right now. However, when I mixed it with the lighter color of our BB cream, it equals out to literally the perfect match. Not only that, but it is so flawless on the skin. It feels so good. It feels so hydrating and so full coverage. This is literally like the best coverage. So again, I don't really need more, but for demo sake, you're going to take your kabuki brush, you're going to take your BB cream in the lighter color. Now this tutorial is if your foundation's too dark. If your foundation's too light, you'll flip the script. You're going to use a darker shade BB cream and you're too light a foundation. So both ways works. It just depends which problem you're having. So my foundation's too dark. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 drops of my Serum Plus, put it on top of the lighter color. And again, like I said, if you're switched, if your foundation's too light, you're going to use your darker BB cream and the light color goes on first. Light color goes on first. Keep saying it. All right, and then you just press this on all over to separate that. And then you can go in and start to blend this all out. Now, I like to move in a couple different techniques. I'll kind of go into a tapping technique and kind of a pulling technique. So I just kind of transfer between the two and then always make sure it's blended into the ears and then onto the face. Now I will say the BB cream that I'm using does sell out extremely quickly. So if you have not yet grabbed the BB cream yet, definitely make sure you do so. You can use the BB cream all by itself. You don't have to mix it to use it. So the BB cream is like I said, a tinted moisturizer. It's gonna be extremely hydrating and it's gonna be a sheer light coverage. So it's really good at just reducing redness and giving a more even complexion on your face. It doesn't provide a ton of coverage, meaning it's not gonna like hide your dark circles or hide your blemishes or things like that. It simply just provides a very light coverage. So mixing the two, I will say, does lighten the coverage of the Serum Plus, but I feel like more people kind of like the in-between, like not the super heavy coverage. I know, I need to get my mom in here soon. All right, so that was the coverage for you. That is how you're gonna lighten your foundation. That is how you're gonna make everything match, but we're not done yet. So keep watching. We're gonna continue to get this perfect coverage, this perfect color to your skin. But for time's sake, Serum Plus foundation in the shade Islet, BB cream in the shade Bisque is my perfect match. And I look up because you can see that it blends perfectly into the neckline. So as I had mentioned, make sure that you grab your BB cream soon and you can grab it down here. Everything has a love it guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can absolutely take it and return it for your money back. All right, so now concealer, we're gonna go in with the shade Lace, and I'm just gonna use this on my under eye. You can use this as like a spot treatment too if you ever need more coverage somewhere. But for this, I'm going to use the same color as my foundation, which would be the shade Islet. And we're just going to use this. Wherever we have little blemishes, it's totally fine. She loves the BB cream. She uses the shade Honey in the BB cream. And then you're going to want to take your blending bud to blend in your concealer. Now the blending buds are rad because you get 2 of them when you purchase them. You get a large and a small, which are perfect at blending in your concealers, blending in, if you're using your concealer as like a spot treatment. I use my concealer up and over my eyelid to brighten and then underneath the eye, and we're gonna apply just like this where it looks lifted, just like so. Yes, I see your comment. If you say color match, I will private message you so you can get a full recommendation on what colors you are. Now, if you want a color match for BB cream, just say color match BB. But I always color match you for both, so that way you at least know what your colors are. Sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, you recommended too much. And I'm not necessarily recommending that you pick up everything, but now you know what colors you are. So say you're watching a tutorial later on and you're like, ooh, I want to grab the concealer or want to grab the bronzer. Now you know what color you would be in it. So you don't have to like continue to be like, I don't know what color. So always feel free to message me. I wear organza in the stick. What BB cream would I use? Organza in the stick. You would use, okay, question. Is organza a perfect match for you? If it is, the shade Bisque. If it's too light, use the shade Honey. So message me and I can always help you guys out with that. But just let me know, say, for example, if you said organza is a perfect match for me, what BB cream? The answer would be Bisque. And feel free to ask in the comments too. All right, I'm gonna take my setting mist and spray it onto a dry beauty blender, and I'm gonna grab this blurring setting powder, and we're gonna use this wherever we used concealer, or wherever we get like shiny or greasy or oily. This will help to absorb any of that and pretty much stop it in its tracks. It's also really great helping to minimize the appearance of blemishes and large pores. So a little bit on the forehead, just like so. And then we're gonna go in with our pressed powder. Let me seal up my setting powder. If you want the link to the setting powder I use, just say setting powder and I'll give you the link to it. And then now we're gonna go in with our pressed powder. This pressed powder is another key factor on making sure that your makeup matches perfectly. So another tip for you that I have for if your foundation is looking too light is go up one shade in your pressed powder. Now, if your foundation's looking too dark, you can go one shade down in your pressed powder to assist with that. So pressed powder is another super duper easy way to alter how your foundation looks on your skin. For me, I'm using in the shade Taffeta, which is again, a different color than my foundation because the undertones of Taffeta and Eyelet work to equal out to my skin tone. And if I'm totally overwhelming you with colors, foundations, powders, things like that, always feel free to message me and I can take the guesswork out of it for you. What BB cream would be a good match for Eyelet would be the shade Honey. I definitely need help with concealer matching. Awesome, yes. Definitely send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a recommendation what color you are. Okay, so we're just pressing this in all over, just like that. Okay, now everything is set. Nothing is gonna budge all day long. We already have on that 12-hour hold of our Serum Plus foundation, but when you do introduce something different into the mix, like we did with the BB cream, it can alter that like promise that it's gonna stay still. So that's why I always make sure to set it with a pressed powder. Okay, so now we're gonna bronzer, blush, highlight, which using a bronzer is another really easy way to alter your foundation color. For example, there have been times where I've taken my foundation and on vacation and totally get like sunburned or tan or whatever and just alters my neck to my face. Or say I was wearing BB cream, I didn't get sunburned at all because I never do with BB cream, but my chest got super dark. An easy way to make that match is bronzer. This bronzer is in the shade medium and we're gonna go in with our sculpting brush. Wherever you put a bronzer is going to recede. Wherever you're gonna put a highlight will pop forward, or if you put nothing at all will still pop forward more so than where you put your bronzer. So what this can do is this can actually help to make your makeup match even better. I went way too sharp there, but it's okay. We'll blend that out in a second. So with this, bronzing your forehead is super easy, like an easy trick, easy way to just make your overall foundation and everything match so much better. All right, and then around the nose, like so, underneath the lower lip. Wherever you put this, like I said, recedes. So now I'm not gonna take any more bronzer, but I'm gonna swirl in the cap, or in the mirror, and tap, 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 and then we're gonna blend. I went a little too heavy-handed, which is fine. Always when you are blending, you never blend downwards with this. You're always gonna blend up towards your eyes. Okay, and the same thing here. We'll take whatever is left on our neck. Okay, super easy way to be able to make everything match even better. And then another easy trick too is if you ever get like too carried away with your bronzer, like I did today, you can always go back in with your powder and just tap it over it. It'll help to kind of clean that up. Easy, easy, easy. All right, highlight and blush. We're gonna use the shade Surreal today. This color is so pretty for just a very natural fleshness to your face. We're gonna pop this on the cheek and then work up to the hairline, like so. And then highlight, we're gonna do the shade Golden on top of our angled fan brush. And we're gonna just use this on top of our highest parts of our cheekbones. And then I also really love this on the Cupid's bow. Just in this little area, just like that. All right, so now our face is completely done. So now let's do our brows and our eyes. We're gonna do the eyeliner in the shade Perfect. I like to pop this on the water lines. Just like so. Okay. I love this eyeliner. It actually stays on where you put it, which is nice. And it's like super inexpensive. All right, for brows, we're gonna do the Brow Precision Pencil. It's my favorite brow pencil. It was taken away or discontinued and they brought it back for a limited time. So if you have your eye on this, I would grab a couple of them before they're gone forever. So we're gonna take the brow pencil and we're just gonna simply shape the brows. Going from the tear duct straight up is where we're gonna cap it off. And then you're just gonna very gently, very light-handedly take this all the way to the arch and then through the brow. Kind of depends on like how your brows naturally are for how you're gonna apply, but that's the general rule of thumb, is just following that natural shape and coloring it. I went too high there, but it's okay. I can show you how to fix that. We're just making all kinds of little mistakes today. And then same thing here, taking to that arch and then through the tail and then connect the whole thing down below. But the reason that I love this pencil is the shape. It's so dainty. I feel like you get really nice, precise application with it versus something that has a thicker tip to it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to holler them out in the comments. I can always help you guys out. And then if you do have a question where you need a color match or a link or just need some personalized help with makeup or skincare or hair products or anything, just feel free to message me here on Facebook. Okay, brows are pretty much done. Good enough. And then like I said, if you ever get too high, you can always take your concealer. Vanished. Perfect. And then now I'm going to go over it with a clear brow gel. Say brow gel and I'll give you the link to this. Brow gel is really nice for helping to lay the brow hair down. Also helps to kind of blend out your brow pencil. Oh, nice, Dawn. I'm glad that I could help you break out of your shell. All right, lips, we're gonna do lip liner in Polite. This is honestly the best lip liner shade because it goes with literally everything and it's very, very neutral. Everything lips is 20% off for just this month. So we're gonna line our lips here. This is the perfect nude. And then here. Okay, so just lining. I like to overdraw them slightly, but not too much. Okay. Good, good, good. And then I'll kind of feather through the lips just ever so slightly. All right, so lip liner's on, and this is completely smudge-proof, transfer-proof, all-day, 10-hour hold, and super creamy. Now we're gonna go in with the lipstick in the shade Powerful. And this is a really gorgeous, like darker nude. Isn't that pretty? What colors are there for eyebrows for red and blonde? There is, hold on. If you have red hair, we have an auburn color, which would probably sounds like would be a perfect match for you. All right, so that is Powerful. Isn't that pretty? And now I'm gonna top it with my Hottie Lip Plumper. This is also on sale, you guys, and includes the other color this comes in, which was limited edition as well. 20% off. And what's really nice about the Hottie Lip Plumper, it's like a gloss, but it's not sticky, but it gives your lips like that sheen, but it has peppermint extract in it, so it tingles on your lips and it makes your lips plump as you're wearing it. So Hottie Lip Plumper on top, just for a little added pizzazz, a little added plump. So pretty. So again, all three of these you can get 20% off. Lip liner and polite, lipstick and powerful, Hottie Lip Plumper, all three 20% off. And then for today's eyes, we're gonna go in with two liquid eyeshadows today, two of my favorite colors. We're gonna start off with the shade Authentic. This is gonna be a really gorgeous, kind of like a brick orangey brown. And I'm gonna take this right on top of my fluffy crease brush. And always make sure with this that you are wiping a lot of it off. This is pretty, I can't use that. Because you're just gonna very gently tap this on and then we're gonna blend. And then I'm gonna take a napkin and wipe off a lot of that. And then move back and forth between the two just so one eye is not darker than the other. These liquid eyeshadows though, you guys, are so incredible, especially if you have fine lines, wrinkles, oily eyelids, or you just find that your eyeshadow just like fades and disappears throughout the day. These liquid eyeshadows are gonna change your life. They stay in place all day, like no matter what. They're phenomenal. Now I'm gonna go ahead and as this dries, bounce back and forth between my eyes, but as this dries, you're gonna go in with a heavier hand because like I said, they are completely like anti-movable. They're so phenomenal, but you want to make sure that as they dry, you blend. And then make sure when you're, especially if you have hooded eyes, keep your eyes open. It really helps to elevate the color. So you can still see your eyeshadow when you have your eyes open, but how pretty is this color? It's like a perfect sunset brownie orange. It's so gorgeous. And now this color, I will warn you, is one of those limited edition ones as well. So once this color is gone, it's gone. So definitely make sure you snag it. Okay, so once we have that color on, now I'm gonna take my liner shader brush and I'm gonna grab this color on here. Now this is another super easy, great trick for you guys if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your under eye, because this will act as almost like a camouflage over those fine lines. And like I had mentioned, the liquid eyeshadows are completely anti-movable, so they're perfect for wearing underneath the eyes, especially if you have watery eyes or any of that. So we're just going to take the liner shader brush, which is great because it's two-sided, and this side is angled and dense, and we're just going to smoke out this eye just to make it look all cohesive. This color is the shade Authentic in the liquid eyeshadow. So pretty. And that's all we're gonna do with that. And then now we're gonna take the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent. This is gonna be like a pinky champagne, and we're gonna close our eye and put this directly onto the eyelid. And then work this up into the crease, but not touching the crease, just keeping it in that little center. And then taking your cream shadow brush and kind of tapping this on. Just like so. These colors are completely buildable as well, meaning that you can make them darker and more intensified the more you put on. But if you just want one layer, it's totally fine too. Not pretty? I'm telling you, so simple. And this color especially looks so pretty if you have hooded eyes or if you wear glasses or any of those obstacles, I would call them, that kind of take away from your eyes. This really brings that back, that brings back that attention to your eyes, and it's always so flattering on. So again, this is called the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent, and you can totally use this color all by itself as well if you didn't want to blend it out with anything. Yes, you can get 20% off any 3 products. You build your own bundle. And how to get that savings is under the March special on my website, which I have pinned in the comments. And you get to pick what 3 products you want. If you want a little kind of hidden trick or tip or whatever you want to call it, we have these 3 products on there. We have 2 products, I should say, but they come with 3. The mini lip glosses, you get 3 of them. And the mini lipsticks, you get 3 of them too. But for the deal, they count as 1. So you can essentially get 5 things for 20% off. So if I were you, that's what I would do. Okay, there we have it. Isn't that pretty? Now we're gonna set our makeup. Setting your makeup is so important. This is gonna be the best setting spray, setting mist that you can find. It's called the Prime to Set Mist. Has primer infused in it. So it literally sets your makeup like the most incredible way. And it's a mist. I don't know if you guys knew this, but a spray, if it's too heavy, it can actually make your skin and your foundation blotchy if it's too wet. So always make sure you have a little fan if you go too heavy on it. Like I went kind of really heavy on it. I don't know why, but the setting mist doesn't leave droplets because it's a mist. So it literally makes your makeup look so insanely flawless. And again, if you have any questions or if you need any help picking out your products, just say color match down below. Make sure you take advantage of the lip special because 20% off, you guys. Anything for your lips only until the last day of the month, which is like creeping up on us so fast. So make sure that you take advantage of that. And if you need help picking out whatever lip colors you are, just private message me here on Facebook. I'm always happy to help get you guys set up with that. Foundation Joy, I use my Serum Plus foundation, the shade Eyelet, and then I mixed it with my BB cream to create this like super flawless, super hydrating, gorgeous finish. So highly recommend that that combination for you guys. Feel free to reach out to me here on Facebook if you needed help picking out like what colors you are for that. But I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.